what the Spirit does with the letter. Here is where every myth runs out of road and where the real picture finally comes into view. A letter can be guarded. A letter can be abandoned. A letter can be mistaken for the voice already in your own chest. But a letter can also be written, the true letter, the Father's own words. Somewhere it can never again be lost. And that is what He intended all along. Listen to the promise in Yirmeyahu 31 once more, now that we know what it is not. A day is coming, He says, when He will put His Torah within us and write it on our hearts. The same lev He asked us to lay His words upon, He now promises to inscribe Himself. We could not carry Him there on our own, so He says He will do the carrying. The heart that could not be forced, He wins by writing on it, and He tells us how. In Ezekiel 36, He says, I will put my Ruach spirit within you and cause you to walk in my Chukim statutes. Ezekiel 36, 26-27. There is the hinge the whole letter has been moving toward. Understand what the Ruach is, because everything turns on it. The word means breath, wind, the moving air of life itself. It is the same Ruach that hovered over the waters in the beginning, Bereshit 1:2. The very breath Hashem breathed into the first man, Bereshit 2:7. So the Ruach HaKodesh, the Spirit of holiness, is not some separate being standing apart from Him, and it is not your own conscience given a holier name. It is Hashem's own breath, His own presence, set down inside you. The Ruach is not an alternative to the mitzvot, and not an alternative to Him. It is how He writes the mitzvot inward, how He turns a command you obey into a love you live, how He makes the reading become a knowing. And mark this, because it is the whole difference. It is not your own heart amplified. It is His heart given. The Torah, written by the Ruach on the Lev, is the Father Himself teaching you to want what He wants. Watch what that does to an ordinary commandment, because this is where it stops being abstract. Two people keep Shabbat. One is watching the clock and counting the prohibitions, measuring the permitted distance, anxious he has missed something. He is tending a fence. The other has been drawn by the Ruach into the Father's own rest, and the day has become the weekly hour a son spends unhurried in his Father's house. Same command, two entirely different interiors. One is managing a rule. One is keeping an appointment with someone he loves. Two people give tzedakah, righteous giving. One writes the check to balance the ledger and feel the account is square. The other has had his very wants rebuilt, so that the Ruach has made him love the man he is helping, and the giving is no longer a tax on righteousness, but the natural motion of a retrained heart. Same mitzvah. One is paying, one is loving. Two people come to the Moadim, appointed times. The feasts Constantine's church legislated away. One shows up because the calendar says to. The other meets the bridegroom at the times he set for the meeting and finds the feasts were never Israel's homework, but the Father's own anniversaries, the dates he circled to be with his people. The same is true at the table, in the keeping of his ways with food, in every command you could name. Kept from the outside, it is compliance. Written on the inside by the Ruach, it is the native language of a son who has learned his father's house. This is not a new arrangement that cancels the old one. This is the Father keeping the Yirmeyahu promise. When the Ruach was poured out at Shavuot, the Feast of Weeks, the same feast where Israel received the Torah at Sinai, Hashem was not replacing the Torah. He was writing it where it could never again be guarded into silence, or set down as expired, or mistaken for a voice we generated ourselves. This is what Shaul means by the Torah of the Ruach, Romans 8:2, and by the fruit of the Ruach against which there is no law, Galatians 5:22-23. How could there be a law against it? It is the law itself, finally lived from the inside.